All right, so hello. This video is going to be, make this a little bit bigger. This video is going to be on how to use a protractor. It's a little difficult right now. Usually in my classes, I would have students using protractors. I would have them out on paper measuring actual angles. Because of this year, doing things virtual, problems are going to look more like this, where the angle is printed over a protractor, a copy of a protractor. So still important to know how to use a protractor. It's a good skill to know how to use this tool to measure an angle. So I'm just going to walk through some of these. So this is how to measure an angle using a protractor, and a protractor is this tool. It's a semicircle tool used to measure the degrees of an angle. All right, so there are two important things which you'll see in example 1 and 2. And the first one is when you're going from, you always go from the bottom. So what you always do, there's this little hole in a protractor and you line up the vertex. You line the vertex of the angle up in that circle. And then there's usually a line, a little line right here that you line up this ray, this bottom ray. You could have did this one, but they did this one. So you line up this ray onto 100 degrees and 0. You can't see the 0 because the blue line is over 0, but over here you see the 0. So when you're going from the bottom over here up here, so when you're going from the bottom and you're going to the left, so going counterclockwise, you go on the outside. So you're starting at 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then it's not quite on the 95 mark, so I would say that this is 94. So I would say that this angle inside would be 94 degrees. Now, I don't know, this is not 100% accurate, but using this tool, I would say that it's 94 degrees. That is a very close approximation. It might be exactly 94. Now, when you're coming from the left side, so this side we came from the right and we went counterclockwise. This side, this time it's lined up and it's going to come from the left and go clockwise. You go along the inside and go from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. It's not quite on the 90 mark. It's a little bit past it. So I would say that this angle would be 91 degrees. All right. And then this one, again, is coming from the left side because this is where it's lined up. It's lined up on this ray of the angle. Is going to go along all the way over to there. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. And that is on this tick mark. So it's perfectly on that tick mark. So it is 165. So this angle is 165. 165 degrees. And by the way, I stole this. That is the best skill a teacher can have, is find something good that somebody else made already and steal it, because we are all lacking time in this year for sure. This one is coming from the right. So now that we're coming from the right and going counterclockwise, we're going to go along the outside of the protractor. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I'd say about 54. So this angle is about 54 degrees. And you see how I'm putting this arc, which is angle, is the interior of the angle. So this is the interior of the angle is 54 degrees. All right, this next one, we got a little bit. It's a little tiny angle. We're going 0, 10, I wouldn't even say 14, I might say 13 on this one. So I would say that this angle on the inside is 13 degrees. Number 6 is coming from the left, so we're going to go on the inside. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and I would say about 103. So this angle is 103 degrees. All right, this one, again, is come from the left, so we're going to go all the way around. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, and it's a little past this tick mark, which would be 150, and I'd say it's about 152. 152. All right, and then this one on the inside. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. This would be 45. It's a little bit past 45, so I would say not 145, 46. Let's say this would be 46 degrees. All right, and then just a little angle right there. So 0, 10, this would be 20, so it's actually not 20. I would say it's about 18. So this angle, I would say, is about 18 degrees. This one is going to go all the way over here. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This would be 110, so it's a little past 110, so 111. Really important that you don't mistake, right? It looks like it's on the 70 line, but it's not. The 70 line is also the 110 line. So it's really important that if you're going from the left clockwise, you need to do the inside numbers. If you're going from the right counterclockwise, so from the right up, then you need to use the outside. All right, so there's 2 sets of numbers. Hopefully that video helped. These are the type of problems that my students will be getting for how to use a protractor, because it's virtual, it's online, we're not in school, not everybody has protractors, and we're submitting stuff online. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully you understand a little bit more about a protractor, right? This tool, protractor, is a tool used to measure the degrees of an angle. So thank you for watching, and I hope that was helpful.